It's Donovan Bankhead here with Ernie Williamson Music, and for today's review, you just heard this fantastic Sire L7 guitar. Obviously, their version of a single cutaway electric, made famous by Les Paul, the musician Les Paul, and through many other musicians over the years. And this is kind of Sire's take on that. On a video we just did for the H7, I kind of talked about our history with Sire, and so if you're interested in that, you can go back and watch that video. But the short recap of that is our experience with Sire has been that they make really great quality products at a very affordable price, products that really a punch above their weight in terms of what you're getting for what you're paying for. And this guitar is no exception at all. This is a really, really fantastic instrument. So let's kind of go through it a little bit. So again, this is that single cut style inspiration. So we've got a mahogany body with a maple top, and this combination gives you a warm, resonant sound that also, though, has some shimmering highs and some clarity, which is really important for the types of work that we would usually use this type of guitar for. Specifically, looking at this mahogany body, the way that they've shaped it, it makes it very, very, very comfortable. So the way they've done this upper register heel access, very comfortable to play and to hold, makes it really easier to get into that upper octave on the fretboard. And then the way that they've done the heel contours also make that comfortable. And then with the set neck, it just is far more comfortable than your average like bolt-on. And it allows that as you're playing, your hand can easily just kind of slide up and over that spot. And those carve-outs there, you just have a natural place for your hands to go to as you're playing in the upper register, which is really fantastic. So spot on, really great design there, which is really fantastic. And then the top, this one is a gold top. These are available in a variety of different finishes. This gold top's a little bit different than normal. I think a traditional gold top will have more of kind of a yellow gold color to it. This has a touch of green, which I think really stands out nice. It's going to look great on stage. It's going to really pop, and it's got lots of sparkle in this finish as well, which that's going to be, and it's very fine sparkle. But man, you just know like this guitar is going to look absolutely fantastic on stage. The neck is also mahogany, and it's a C-shaped profile neck. If you kind of sight it down there, you can see it. It's really comfortable. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. So it's going to be really easy for any player to play and to hold comfortably and to feel like there's enough kind of meat behind there, but where you can also still kind of play fast and quick without feeling like you're gripping like a baseball bat. And then the fingerboard is an ebony fingerboard. And I really love the quality of ebony that they're using. It's a really beautiful piece of ebony. I love ebony fingerboard, especially for Les Pauls. This style of guitar can, if you're not careful, can get a little like woolly and kind of woofy sounding, but that ebony adds a little bit of brilliance and crisp to the treble on the top end, which I think it just helps that guitar to really sing through, especially for single melodic lines. It's really nice for that. And the other reason I love ebony is I just love the smoothness of the fingerboard underneath my fingers. I personally don't love a fingerboard where it's got more open pore spacing, where I'm feeling like the grit and grain of the wood underneath my fingers. That kind of annoys me, so I like just how smooth and polished that fingerboard feels. So it definitely does that, which is great. And then we've got a couple of MHB humbucking pickups that are Larry Carlton designed. These pickups were designed by Larry to deliver a warm and clear and articulate sound, and it does that in spades. Our 3-position switch controls if we want neck pickup for more deep, dark sounds, bridge pickup for a little more bite. The two together kind of helps to bring both those worlds together, which is nice. And then beyond that, you have your standard hardware for a Les Paul. So, a Les Paul inspired guitar. So you've got a Tune-o-matic bridge, stop tailpiece, ivory pickguard, chrome hardware, pretty much standard appointments. The other thing that stands out though are the locking tuners on the back. And locking tuners are a thing we would often see obviously on guitars with like some kind of, like a Floyd Rose tremolo or something like that. But it's really nice on a guitar like this because it allows you to do deep bends and play really hard, really dig in without causing the guitar to go out of tune. So I think that that's really a fantastic addition, and definitely something that I think every player will enjoy having, because as you'll find yourself between songs, if you're playing gigs, shows, or sets, there's just less retuning that you're having to do. And as an audience member who may be at your shows, there's nothing more annoying than listening to musicians kind of just randomly banter as they're like tuning their instrument between every single song. So if our instruments can hold tune better, I think that's better for everybody involved, a better performance for everyone. So yeah, I really love these instruments. The Sire L7, a great rendition of their tribute to those classic Les Paul guitars, but with modern improvements. And I think, there's other companies that have done this. I know like LTD has kind of their version of like a modern take on a Les Paul. But the thing what I like about what Sire's done is they've pulled really the best elements of those classic vintage designs, some of the best elements of that, but incorporated a few modern touches, like the way that neck carve is done and that heel cutout's done, to make it more accessible and easier to play for today's modern player. And they've done it all at a price point that is extremely palatable and affordable, which is really, really nice. So anyway, I really enjoy that. Hopefully you guys will too. Let's talk about how you can get this guitar. There's a couple of ways to do it. You can go to ErnieWilliamson.com and order the guitar there. We ship guitars every single day. Happy to ship them to you wherever you're at. And if you live in Missouri or Kansas, you can also go to ErnieWilliamson.com and you can look and see where this guitar is located. And if it's not at your nearest Ernie Williamson store, you can drop us a text or an email, and we are happy to get this guitar transferred to you. Most transfers take about a week or so, but we make deliveries to most of our stores pretty much every single week. So not a problem at all to get this at your local Ernie Williamson, where you can come and actually sit and play it and get to hear it all in person to see how it feels. So I think that's really a great way to do that. So, all right, friends, I'm going to let you go after that. Let me know what you think. Are you a fan, as I am, of the Sire guitars and basses? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.